All right. I'm going to start a stream today. We're doing more JupyterHub work. So again, this is a stream I'm making while at work. So it's going to just a few key things to know here. I won't be answering questions during this time. I'm actually working as fast as I possibly can on work for my day job. I'm co-working, co-learning, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be adding some JupyterHub customizations that I've been working on for a while. There's a playlist for this. If you go look at it on my main YouTube page, you can go down and find them. They're pretty long and drawn out. They're not always on topic, so I'm not going to promise you anything there. But I am going to go ahead and stream it and put it out there for those who want to participate. It's been very valuable for me to have the input from people, as well as some people have reported that they've gotten some problems fixed on their own end. So the focus today is on getting the. Let me go ahead and write this in the log. So let me change this. So the focus today is continually on customizing the server spawn form, and we've already added the ability to enter an image. I have successfully tested querying the Portis API from the command line at work, and so I know that can be done. So that's something I want to add eventually. There's two main things that I want to add today if I can get to it. One of them is I want to create at least a minimal entry form for these other resource parameters: GPU, RAM, GPU type. I need to look up what they are. We need to look up what the kube spawner. I'm going to do that one first. I think that's more important. And we'll consider what we're going to consider what the kube spawner equivalent settings are to set, and then we'll just create form input for that. We've already made a hack to send everything through the profile field, which is the only field that's allowed according to the bug in JupyterHub, as far as we know. And then we're going to be chopping that up and going from there. We'll be putting it on the page. So let me bring up the thing again. So this is all in Minikube. We're going to keep it in Minikube for now. If you're interested in my movement away from Minikube and more towards building an actual cluster, again, I think you need to have Minikube kind and virtual server, and then kind of a cloud option if you, in addition to your own hardware if you want. But I'm pursuing that at different times. Right now I'm still running Minikube. I'm also monitoring a power outage that's still going on. It's been going on all weekend at work, and bringing back several of our Kubernetes nodes. So if I might have to break from the video or take a break or something like that, because it's really important that I be aware and able to come in and help with that if that becomes necessary. Right now we're just waiting on the infrastructure team to restore the machines on which our nodes are running. So we have nothing to even to access. So if today might be a little bit back and forth. I probably plan on going till about 3, probably with a break in there for a little bit for lunch, which I won't stop streaming though. And then and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and start up. I'm going to go ahead and start Minikube. This will start my JHub cluster. Minikube, in case you don't know, is a my wife is so excited. She just posted to Instagram her new studio space. If anybody knows us, you can go find Doris Capper from me on Instagram, RWXRob on Instagram, and she just posted her Instagram of her new really plush studio space down in Charlotte that's subsidized. I can't even tell you how excited she is, because she has to pay almost nothing for it. She has access to all these amazing things. Helm to engineering, we need more power. We need more power. I know Kubernetes is taking a little while. I configure JHub cluster. Okay, so now I have a cluster. So context is just k config get contexts. And then we have JupyterHub, k get pods. We got our pods running. Hub's about up. There it is. I have a program, a little routine that opens up the server. So here's our server. I'm going to zoom in on this. This is the customized entry form that we've customized using the extra config that allows us to pass through JupyterHub configuration in Python through the Helm chart. And so we have that. This is the default image. We can click on start, and then that will open up an image. I did put a little bit of a warning there if you put the wrong image type. That's what got me thinking about the validation, which is the second thing I want to do today. So here we go. We have, we have a full JupyterHub with a terminal running. A terminal is customized. It's persistent. It remembered, even though I took the whole cluster down, it remembered because of the PVC that's associated with it, which is another great reason just to have, do this with Kubernetes. I can go ahead and come over here. I can totally, close out the whole entire thing. It doesn't matter. I can hub control panel. I can go ahead and stop my server. You can actually have up to 2 servers at a time. I might change that, but this was just testing. So somebody might want to have 2 servers that are doing different types of things. The kind of weird thing about having multiple servers, I got to admit, is that all of the servers are still using the same PVC, which is really weird. So this is something I just recently realized. I can put like a foo server and add it, right? And I can have a bar server on top of that. So let's actually have a couple of them up, shall we? So we have this one running, right? Refresh. Launch server, no. So I'm going to go to home. Now watch, I'm going to add another server. I'm going to add a bar. But this one I'm going to make just the basic one. I'm just going to make it Jupyter, was it base notebook? Right, that we know that that's a notebook name. So now I have 2 servers running using the same persistent space, which is a little weird. Oh, that's interesting. You know what I think it does? I think I just barely noticed this. It associates your persistent files with the image type. That's very interesting. I don't think I noticed that before. Yeah, it definitely does. Yep. That makes sense though. Yeah, so that means that your persistent storage is mapped directly to your resource here. Your server. Yep. Save. That's really good news. That does mean that you can have a different server type and not have the same stuff here. I feel like this is not showing the file though, and it should. Like the file should be here. I'm gonna try to open another file here. Oh God. There's really bad stuff happening at work. So I'm going to try to be productive with my time here while they're doing that. I'm going to make another file here. I'm just I don't use JupyterHub at all. So something. This is just VI mode of their VS Code like thing. You can't, it's so funny because you can do W, but you can't do Shift-CZ to save. You can't watch. No, Shift-CZ should save and exit. It doesn't do it. I probably should take stock of all the VI bindings that are supported over here, so that when we teach VI, we teach it that way, because this is totally brain dead. Yeah, it is. VI mode is usually brain dead. It's just like, just fucking use VI. Sorry. All right, so I think that concludes this test. I want to make sure that it doesn't appear here. Very interesting. All right, so I have 2 servers up. Here's what the servers look like. So I have to do get pods, and then -n Jovian, and then we have the 2 running pods. I can actually SSH into these, which is what I would actually prefer to do than use the console. So you can exec dash it, and then dash dash bash. What do you mean? Oh, dash n jovian. So now I'm on it. I'm on the system. There's file. I can use actual VI. If it had it, it doesn't even have ed because it's a base. It's a base image. It has no editor at all. Nothing. And you can't install it because you don't have root access. So there's no reason anybody would ever use a base image. It's designed to be the image from which you build up your own images. So, but if I wanted to, let's do this with the other one. Let's do foo. I think foo has all that jazz on it. Yep. See, you can't even tell you're not on my own local system. That was pretty damn fast too. Shit. Yep. Other. But it's using an unconfigured Vim. This is like a default. Oh yeah, it's Vim Tiny. Yeah, we found that out. It's actually Vim Tiny. So, Busybody has VI. Yeah, it's not even as good as NVI though. I've tested it. It doesn't do filter commands at all. So, yeah, and the base image of JupyterHub comes with Vim Tiny. So I actually went through my vimrc and added a bunch of conditionals. I did a whole video on that, by the way. So if anybody wants to know how to make your vimrc compatible with Vim Tiny so that you can use it, make sure you add this. So if has eval, anything that crashes in Vim Tiny or spews errors when you start up, you want to put this around it, and then you can use the same vimrc file anywhere, and it will just work. Soft link it. Yeah, well. so that's kind of where we're at. That's not where I need to be. So that the main focus of the work is on this page. This page is interesting because this just says, hey, let's give us a name here. I don't really need to do any customization here because why? Because when I try to start one, it still sends you to the customized spawn server form that allows me to enter the name of the image, and I've just pre-populated with the default. It's a crazy thing here. Watch, if I click start, it'll still ask me what image do you want, because you can change it out and run it with a different image, which I really like. There's a lot of pretty cool things in here. So anyway, we need to add some spawn directives here, CPU, RAM, GPU, and GPU type. And so I got to do some research. So I'm going to be doing quite a bit of research today, which is one of the reasons I felt like I could stream this, because the research is not proprietary or anything. So one of the things I'm going to look for is kube spawner. I'm just going to search for the command line for this. I'll add another one. So we need to go look at kube spawner CPU. We want to look at how to set the kube spawner CPU stuff. So what does that mean? So values.yaml. I'm going to change this to be values.yaml. So this is where all the magic is happening. This configuration from this Helm chart gets passed through, and here's all the HTML that I'd written before. We know we need to get core, RAM, GPU, and all that, but I don't know how to pass it. And we have this little script. We're going to be supplementing the script, of course, to do other stuff. Profile must be profile. Oh, we need to validate the profile image. So the image we're going to validate right here. We're going to actually do a call. We're going to do a call to Portis to see if the image exists. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit that here. I might have to do a Portis lab. If you don't know what Portis is a product from Suzy that's free that you can put your images in. It's a local private container registry. And it's pretty popular. It's been around forever. Harbor is kind of the new hotness and lets you put machine learning models in it, although it turns out to be buggy. We found that out last week. Harbor says you can put machine learning models in it, and then that part is apparently very buggy. So I don't know. I might bring up Portis in this particular cluster, just because I want to test the URL queries and stuff. But that's the secondary thing today. So the main thing is I want to get these core, RAM, GPUs, and GPU types. So let's start with cores. So we're looking for anything in the kubespawner docs about cores. Now, the problem with this is, CPU guarantee, that I cannot do this on my Minikube because I don't have enough cores to say I want 3 cores. Because I don't have that room to do this testing. So this is one of those things I'm starting to hit into the wall where maybe I need to start working with, like a GCP cluster and be able to turn up the cores until I get this project done and turn it off or whatever. I don't know. I don't know at all how to do the GCP kind of way of doing it. If I find, Tanya says, I find ML images and container system trends to not have the feature set needed for ML devs. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening. We're finding. So CPU guarantee, minimum number of CPU cores a single user notebook server is guaranteed to have available. So this is kind of like Node Affinity, but not really. Lots of metadata. Let's see. ML needs more storage. Lots of metadata. Image provenance. Yes. So this is it. So CPU maximum number of CPU cores. I wonder if we should allow a guarantee. I'm going to put the guarantee in there. Let's put guarantee in there. So, so the way this is probably going to go is that people will be able to specify all of these things. And if they want to, they can pick from a profile if they don't know, if they don't want to, drill down and do all of the direct changes. So I'm going to go ahead and change this right now. So we have the image already. So we have that. We have the image right here. And then we need the, I'm going to put the default number. So input, this makes me think I should probably, I don't know. I don't want to, part of me wanted to like pull the form out and just work on it with all of the same other stuff. But I'm just, this is taking a long time because every time I make a change to the form, I have to reboot essentially my whole cluster, not my cluster, but the whole app. So there are faster ways to do that, but they require getting a better simulation of the form by using the bootstrap that this uses. And I'd have to create a bunch of scaffolding to be able to emulate the form and have it appear the way it is in here. I don't know if it's worth it, because I can just add it here and bump it. So yeah, it is kind of painful to do that. So, but they're both painful, right? Either I create a bootstrap, emulated form page in which to do my form testing, which is what I did before, right? I already did that, using my own like little backend form processor tester thing, or I put it in here and then just recycle the hub every time, which has got a script for it. It's one command, but it still takes a little while. So I've noticed that Kubernetes development in general suffers from this problem of iterating during development because there's so many moving parts that you kind of have to, until you start clustering together those little parts that all have to be run with scripts and stuff, the iteration cycle for development takes painfully long time. And it really does. There's just, it's been one of my major pain points with development for Kubernetes, period. And then that's why things like Minikube and Kind exist. But it gets crazier when you're trying to develop, you can't just run something to see if it works, right? You actually have to, and that's what slows down development. I mean, this is just HTML development. I should be able to like kick this shit out like immediately and just mess with the form data and stuff. But I don't. In fact, that might be the way to do it. I have been doing this too. I used to do this a lot just when I'm doing web development. You can come in here and you can actually, fuck with it here without reloading and get it to look like you want and then copy and paste it out of there, right? And tell you the truth, that might be the way to do this right now better. So I just have to be able to get into this and be able to edit it. So we can do edit as HTML here. I got unemployed for about a half year and it's hard finding a software engineering job as a college grad for me. Yeah, being a college grad is not enough to get you a job, unfortunately. How's it going, Nate? Uh, you got to produce a portfolio so you can produce trust. Yep. College degrees are pretty much useless. I really don't like saying that. I don't. I actually did a whole Max Power. I did a whole video on this. If I were 18, I would not go to college. Go watch it. And if you don't like any of it, make your own decision. But college is definitely not enough to get you a job these days. Some companies will do it. Depends on the degree. Obviously, it depends on the degree. But for most tech jobs, a college degree is not enough. In fact, a college degree can sometimes slow you down for getting a job. Oh my God. You just gifted 9 subs? I don't even think there's that many people in the channel. Oh, you gave 2 tier 1s. Oh, no, you're giving up a total of 9. Okay. I super appreciate that. Thank you very much. Um, so here, let's do this. Let's go to the form element, and I'm just going to edit this directly. Where is it? I'm going to click on the form. I'm going to do edit as HTML. There we go. That's what I want. All right. So this is kind of cheating. It's kind of blown up big because I wanted you to be able to see it, but I'll work on it from here. Yeah, you're working on your AWS cert, and hopefully it'll break through the market. The cert might help you. Yeah, it definitely would. I think that's probably the way to go. Because there are places that like a college degree, they want to see that you did that, but they don't. If you're trying to work for a technical position, you don't have any skills in that area. You can think and you can work hard and all that, but it doesn't show you have those skills. So particularly in technology. So let's see here. Specify container image, cloud native and security stream to get a unicorn. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Cloud native and security is where all the jobs are. 38% growth rate for security, 26% for software devs. Cloud native. Yeah. Yep. Specific container image. Okay, we got that. Let's go ahead and put this here. Let's put a form here. Just remind me not to form input. Let's do an input ID equals cores. I don't know if that's cores or CPU. What should we call it? What's the more appropriate name? CPU guarantee. Let's do that. I'm going to call it the same name just to avoid that. I mean, I'm going to keep the cube. I'm going to keep the cube spawner IDs because I feel like that is the clearest way. So what is this? So this is cube spawner. Wait, where am I setting it down here? Data map URL, data map image, formula profile, cube spawner, options from form, spawner.image. Yeah. So we're going to do spawner.cpu guarantee. I'm not going to risk not spelling it right. CPU guarantee equals spawner.user options.get CPU guarantee. CPU guarantee or blank. Actually, no, the default should be 1 if it's not set. And we should probably set a default here as well. Pardon me. I think we need to set this as the latest image. Yep. I'm going to put defaults image. So if they don't do, wait, this is not right. Let's see, spawner.image equals spawner user options get profile. Options profile equals image. Oh, right. Wait. This is me just cheating. I was cheating here to just pass the one thing through, but we need to pass more than that through. Options. Options should be. Is it not? Is it blocking image? Oh, I have to check on this. I think I know what's going on. I think it blocks it right here instead. That stupid ass block. I think, yeah. Image map equals image. So the options profile. Shit, we might have to pass it all the way through and put it in here. I hope not. User options. We should be able to do that. If that doesn't work, I've got a problem. I got me a problem. So I'm going to have to redeploy this one really quick. B, apply, should redeploy. If you're finding a job like a full-time job. Yep. It is. KubeCon is on next week. Yeah, look at those companies. Those are hot companies to work for, no doubt. No doubt there. Let's see what happens now. I gave up my form thing because I need to test this. If this doesn't start, we have a problem. Please start. Please start. Okay, good. Wait, what? It started the base image. Oh, that is not cool. Oh my god, that bug is worse than I thought. Are you seeing this? Shit. I don't even want to explain why this is so bad. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I already stopped you. Come on, stop. Please. Delete. Stop. Delete. Alright, I'm starting. This just does a generic one if you do it this way. It's not going to start it though, watch. Yep. It started the wrong one. It starts. Oh no, it did the right one. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Stop you. Stop you. Dismiss. Because I thought that the form data was not passing through the user options data field. There's like so much, passing around of things. 404. All right, we'll go back to the. I mean, it takes iterating is so long. You know what though? I think it's because they changed it to the default. I don't think it's being passed actually. Fuck. It's not. Watch. It's because they said it's a default, didn't I? Didn't I change it to the default? I think I did. No, I didn't. Thank God. Okay, then it did work. Got it. Got it. So. Yeah, referrals. Yeah, it's always about who you know. Default image. We're going to get the CPU guarantee. I mean, we could make a map of all the defaults. We should probably do that because the profiles are going to have different maps. Yeah, I'm going to need it anyway. So we're going to do that. Let's say we're going to have to make a profile, a resource profile, I guess. You were going to need to make a resource profile. Yeah. So this is a different dictionary. I'm going to say profiles, and then I'm going to say default. And so profiles default image equals this. I mean, I could do it as just a thing. I could probably do that. Why don't I do that? Profiles equals. Am I doing dictionaries wrong? I spent a long time. I don't remember how to do dictionaries in Python. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So default. Yep. Yeah, let's do that. Profiles default. And default image is what? Default image will be this. Okay. So then we can do spawner. That's taking too much space. Yep. Spawner.useroptions.get. And then we could do, what is this? Profiles. That's a global. I wonder if it's going to let it in there. Yeah, it will. Never mind. I'm going to just do prof. Sue me. Prof. Prof default image. Prof default image. So because we're going to need this dictionary later because we're going to be putting other stuff in there. Yeah. SP CPU guarantee. SP user options get CPU guarantee. I mean, yeah. I should probably make a function that sets it to the profile. Yeah, that iterates through it. That would be the right way to do it. Because right now, if I do this, I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of things. I'm going to have to set it to the whole thing. So I just need to, if I keep the names the same, I should be able to do this. So CPU guarantee. Sorry for the stuff outside. We'll say 1. And I need to test this code right here. I need to test all that. So I'm going to pull that out, actually. Let's do this. Let's do yank to, was it 66? And I'm gonna yank that into another file. I mean, okay. So I got my stuff there. User bin Python 3. All right. I mean, I don't care about the indentation. Might as well just keep it the same as what it's going to be cut and paste from. So, all right. So we have our profile. 7. All right. So, I'm going to change this down here. Well, I mean, wait. All right. So here's our profiles. We should probably call it profiles. We'll call it default. And we're going to make a function. The function is going to take the spawner and take the user options and put them together. Pretty basic thing. So we'll call it, actually, I don't know if this is an async option or not. I don't think it needs to be. No, it's not. So let's do, I mean, we could say options, opt import. How about that? Opt import from actually no, we could say opt sync. So we could say moves sets the sets the properties of the spawner to the same to the user options value of the same name. So we're just going to pop those over there. And then what? I fucking hate Python. Have I said? Have I told you how much I hate it? I just hate white space. Yeah. Yeah. So if we do that, we can just say, I mean, assuming it has a property, we might not be able to. I don't know. We're going to test this. So the only way I have to actually test this, I have to create a spawner struct. So yeah, boy, this is really bringing me back. Those were not powered back on after they were initially powered off. There is a hardware issue. And try to add it back to dev cluster if you want to test nodes. Yes. I'm going to have to try to add this node cluster back to the environment. So I might have to drop this a little bit early, but I'm going to finish this function and then we'll move on from there. So I'll do that. I got to give myself a limit here. It is noon and all, but what's that? Jupyter has announced that Tanzu is opening up their platform for the company is the same as a commercial offering as open source. Ooh, that's super cool. We need to define the struct here. So, I don't know if I want to simulate that right now or not. I mean, we need to be able to simulate an SP image. So we need to say so opsync is taking a spawner and so then we need to say spawner print spawner. We can just print it right now. Yeah. I mean, so turn those off for now. Opsync I'm not doing if name equals main. I don't need it. This is just a hack. So sync my spawner. I mean, why not? It's fine, I guess. I'm gonna need to do all right, so scratch.pl. Not defined. My spawner. We need to actually make it it's gotta have properties and everything. So we can use kind of a simple one. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I should do it as with a constructor and everything or not. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Python 3. They're, what are they called? Simple they're not structs, they're simple objects that just have properties in them. They're not, I can't remember the exact name for it. It's been so long. I don't want to do this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to use a class, but I guess I have to. There's a way around it that you don't have to use the class if you don't want to, but whatever. All right, so class spawner, and the class is going to have properties. So image, I forgot how to do this. I think you just have to list them, and then they become class-based. This is the problem with Python. You can use, technically these aren't instance variables. These are class-based variables, but they double as instance variables in a simple way. So it's one of the cool things and also kind of gotchas about Python. But this allows you to use dot notation and stuff like that. And it simulates what I've got going on. So if I do my spawner, I still use a four-space indent, isn't it? Yeah, that's standard anyway. I should probably do it. All right, so God, my Python is so rusty. We're gonna do my spawner equals. We're not gonna construct it or anything. Oh, no constructor here. Oh wait, and then I used the old school method. So because it's not inheriting anything, it's a leaf class. You could do that. I don't think it's required in 3 anymore. It definitely wasn't required before. So we make a new one, and in my spawner dot image equals my image CPU guarantee my CPU guarantee. All right. And then sync my spawner. This image is not defined. I might have to do, I like image equals something. Yeah. CPU guarantee equals 1. I think that becomes the default. Dict object has no attribute image. Oh, I'm gonna have to do new, huh? Python 3 classes. I have to go look because I'm still using the short end classes. Yep. Nope. Nope. That's not what I want. They're not going to show me how to do the shorts, the small versions, because it's not. Yep. Yep. Class objects. That's what I want. Oh. Oh, right. I didn't call constructor derp because it looks like a function call. Another reason I don't like it. It's yeah. I probably should keep that up. Yep. All right. So that printed the spawner, but that's of course not what we wanted. We want to do like the image and stuff, and that'll do it. Rotates. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop and work on this. All right, so because this outage is more important. This is more important. It's an opportunity for me to do some node restitution, so I need to do that. It's also useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video in terms of YouTube. I might just talk about what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't though, because I might give up information about the company I'm working for on accident by giving node, names or something. So what we're going to be doing when I come back to this, and I will be returning this today, so I'll just have to split the session into a couple of pieces. I'm going to come back. We're going to try to create a function that just copies the user options over into the spawner and use the exact same matches and create a different set of profiles from which that I can draw on, and then we can actually identify a profile in the user data as it's done. So, and then we'll have the default ones, which would actually be. So the end goal here is to have a form, as I said, that when you load it, you don't just get this, right? We want to have this be advanced. So like if you want to specify all of the things, how many CPUs, max, blah, 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 you can do that. But we want to have another pull down menu that says, pick from any one of these default configurations. One of these. It's like, if you don't know what to pick, then pick one of these things, right? And so that'll be, we'll put all the stuff here. And then if somebody wants to pick from those, it will have a little documentation on it too. In addition to that, we will have it so that there's like a description field that when they change the menu item, it'll change all the settings for them, and it'll change the description and say, okay, this one does X and Y and Z and stuff like that. And so we'll have the best of both worlds. We'll have the ability to indicate an image, and then we'll also have the ability to pick from one of the standard profile images that we've created and do the two together. There's going to be quite a bit of Python coding to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing when I come back. But I need to go get this node back online at work. So I'll talk to you soon.